Hey everybody, this week is my birthday, so I decided to make this week special for the channel and make a video every day, Monday through Friday. Each video will talk either about Heroclix or Pokemon TCG, and the final video will talk about this channel itself. Thank you everyone who supports this channel, and I hope you enjoy these videos. My history with Heroclix, why I love it, and its future. My history. When Pokemon TCG was my main game, I saw Heroclix now and then. A friend of mine, his son used to collect Heroclix. He'd cut them off their bases and make scenes of them battling. The amount of money that went into his mountain of mutilated pieces was beyond me. Years later, I'd run into Heroclix again at the hobby store where I was still playing Pokemon TCG. All the Heroclix players played in the back right corner of the store. I'd watch them every now and then. I had always been a big fan of comic book superheroes. I had watched all the cartoons, so this game looked interesting to me. Unknown to me, Heroclix had just lost its developer, Topps. It was probably the darkest time in the game's history. A year later, I'm spending more time watching Heroclix and seriously considering buying something to play with them. Hammer Thor was about to be released, but I only wanted to play DC characters. So I decided to buy a Brick of Crisis, Arkham Asylum, and about anything else DC I could get my hands on, like a Green Lantern collector set, a Giants collector set, and a Legion of Superheroes collector set. I started playing Heroclix, and I haven't stopped. I haven't regretted a single thing since then, well, other than buying the Watchmen collector set for $100 when it first came out. That set sucked. Why I love it. I look at my wall where I have all my booster packs hanging, which really isn't all of them, because there were years where I threw out all the ones I opened like a normal person does. But I still look at the wall and think about how many years I've been playing Heroclix. It's almost 7 years. That's crazy. Then again, I've been into Pokemon TCG since 1998. Heroclix is still a game I love to look at, and it still makes me happy. The characters being made are awesome, and the game still has ways to wow me with new releases. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has sung a song to my inner child, and I'm so happy Wizkids is making them. And being able to get pieces based on the Marvel and DC movies, along with the CW shows like Arrow, truly amaze me. Yeah, the rules are still kinda confusing at times, but the game is fun to play, and I love to make theme teams based on my favorite groups, like X-Men, Justice League, different Lantern Corps, or just funny groups like Animals, Atlanteans, or Great Lake Avengers. The game isn't slowing down, and my love of the game isn't diminishing in any way. I'd maybe even say that I love the game more now than I did when I first got into it in 2009. Back then, I was just adding on a side game. Pokemon TCG was still my main game. Nowadays, it's reversed. Heroclix is my main game, and Pokemon TCG is my side game. The game's future. Now I have to take a critical look into the future of Heroclix. I see plenty of cool new sets, but at the same exact time, I have a bit of uncertainty. I love Heroclix, and I approve of most of what goes on in the game, but there are areas that worry me. Basically, rulebooks, print and play, and communication. We've been playing by the same rulebook since 2014. We've been pleading for a new one, and I've been told we'll get one in 2017. For a game that's constantly changing, with new mechanics and new pieces, we need a new rulebook more than once every 3 years. There's been so many rules articles on the official site that are just not integrated into the old rulebook. And we can't expect new players or even experienced players to know all these web articles by heart. Or should we expect them to have to go on the internet to find the information? It bothers me because the rulebook is the heart of the game. If the heart isn't taken care of, all the other organs in which the heart sends blood will suffer. It bothers me that any developer would be okay with taking 3 years to update the rulebook. It bothers me that it doesn't concern them greatly the effect of having an old rulebook governing an ever-evolving game. And that leads into print and play. Because we don't have new copies of rulebooks and power ability cards inserted into all the new products, it means we have to rely on the official website to print out most of the game materials we need. And a large part of that is the print and play game materials, of which all future printable items would not be put on the website. We have no way to print out a character card for a new piece without one. We have no way to print out an alternate team ability when a new one comes out at conventions. And we've heard nothing about an alternate means of getting the things we need. Of course, you could travel 10 hours to a convention and play in an event to get an ATA, but that's not realistic for the majority of the player base, or new players. All we know is that it won't be available, and that's that. Again, any developer that would be okay with this bothers me greatly. And it's the lack of communication that just makes it all worse. Communication is the #1 way a developer can stay in contact with the players, calm their fears, and reassure them of the future. But the most communication we get is in articles on the official website. Or I guess if you're lucky to be at an Alliance or Diamond retailer show and can talk to whoever presents the Heroclix news there. We really need better communication with the developers, or we're just going to keep worrying about how we'll do this, how we'll get that, and what we do to make up for it all. I love Heroclix, and I see a future filled with a bunch of new products that are beautiful and fun to play. But if the above issues can't be resolved, then I don't know how much longer the players are going to be able to play the game before they move on to another game that is better supported by its developers. I hate to be negative, but those are my honest thoughts on the topic. In conclusion, I've been playing Heroclix since 2009, and I only want to see the best for the game. I will continue to support the game and have fun playing all the cool and amazing pieces that are released for it. And I think we have plenty of cool and amazing pieces to look forward to, with fun new themes for sets and interesting new organized play programs. Hopefully the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are the start of a successful dip into other licenses of characters, and maybe we'll see Power Rangers, or G.I. Joe, or Transformers in the future, maybe even Pokemon. Only time will tell. But I'm looking forward to the next set along with everyone else watching this video. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this long look into my history with Heroclix. I hope you've enjoyed going along for the ride. And thank you so much for supporting this channel. And I hope you have a fantastic time playing Heroclix in the future. Bye bye.